Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the home of the Rice Owls, where we are anticipating a full house of fans who give a hoot. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Old Dominion Monarchs, taking on a team from the AAC, the Rice Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Monarchs will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Rice's offense will have the first possession of the game. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Warner. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback, but two, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that play.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Using his legs to buy some time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Now, 4th down.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the returner is stopped. So the Old Dominion Monarchs offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage, and he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Handoff from the gun. Smashes through. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Nifty little dance step. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Off-play action on first down. Hauls it in. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
grab behind the line. It's Williams.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
The Monarchs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
And the Monarchs will line it up on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And this is the hardest part of the field to execute a 3rd and long. Everybody drops back now, and they're just covering the red zone area. So little space to cover. But the good news is now 4th and long makes the decision easy. Kick the field goal.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Rice rushes to the line. The give to the back. Fakes his man out. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The hand to the running back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Using the quick game. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Extending the play. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Warner. He's moving out of the pocket. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
The Owls getting set on 1st and 10. Running back goes in motion. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the tight end. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Looking for a crease, it's Jackson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
About to snap it for the 8th time on this drive, and it's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
And the Owls are threatening on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. And tackled there by the defense.
Yeah, he threw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Second and goal coming up. Dropping back, it's Warner. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rice.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Picks up 9. Brings up 2nd down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Give to the running back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Rice has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking to throw for it. Gets it out fast. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. To the ground with the back. At midfield, he's got room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
The Owls in the hurry up. Quarterback on the keeper. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Really nice job on the defense, shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Line getting set on 2nd down. To the air, it's Warner. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, ODU. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7.
That makes the score Old Dominion 10, Rice 7.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Coming after it. They knock him down, and what a disastrous play for this offense. A loss of 10. This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on 2nd and long from the 11. Looking for room, it's Connors. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They finally make the stop after a terrific return, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Escapes this, but now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop, and of course that gives this defense longer to get after him.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Warner. Going for the big play. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Open runway ahead. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Owls. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They finished things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. At the 35, he's open. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Looking deep. He's got it inside the 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
and the offense going deep down the field. And you can see the speed they have at wide receiver. These guys scare you to death because their ability to stretch the defense and take the top off of the defense. You saw it right there, and all of a sudden this offense is in the red zone.
They'll try the run. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
At the 9-yard line. Second down coming up.
The Monarchs come to the line in the hurry-up. He'll pull it on the read. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
I'll tell you, the running backs and the quarterbacks in this offense, they got to give a lot of their success running the football to this offensive line up front. They're getting tremendous push. It doesn't matter who has the football, who's keeping the football. You're just seeing this group up front drive this defense backwards.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Knocked down near the 3-yard line. Brings up second and goal.
Now on second and goal. On the option. He'll toss it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll try to blast their way in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
17. Rice. 14.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Set to kick it away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. The play action fake. Floating away. He's going to run it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Back to pass, it's Warner. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Man, these wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to him, too. We're focused on chasing him down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarm did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. He's looking to throw it. Gonna take a shot. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Monarchs.
Speed kills. This offense, they've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
Set to advance on the football.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. He's going to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Wants to throw. It's Warner. Quick strike complete. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Heaves it deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the offense trying to hit the dagger route. You see the receiver, he went down the field, stretched it, made it look like it was going to be a go, put his foot in the ground, try to cut to the inside. They're just not able to be on the same page there.
No gain on 1st down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. He makes the connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to throw, it's Warner. Unloads it left. Got his man. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside his own 15, looking for room. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellows, the end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Houston. And it'd be easy to say these 2 offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside historic Rice Stadium.
Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
And the Monarchs want to pick up the tempo. On second down, he'll let it fly. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move, he fires. He's got it. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
The Monarchs have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away. Trying to escape and get it himself. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The give on the inside. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Third and short now from their own 48. The give from the gun. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Gain of 5. Good enough for a first down.
And the Monarchs have their offense in high gear. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Tackle is made at the 44-yard line. Second down going up.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Finds a man on the right. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Monarchs moving quickly to the line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
With the carry, it's the running back. Tackle on the play at the 15-yard line. Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun, the running back has it. Gets behind those pads, picks up 4 on the play, but it's still a 4th down and 3. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. After making his first field goal, he'll try to put up another with a shorty from 26. What a disappointment. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Looking for a gap. It's Connors. Tackle is made after the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hit in yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll give it to him again. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
And the Owls will have it first and 10. Wants to pass it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Owls! And that one will give them the lead. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt. And quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
And the Monarchs will hustle to the line. Give to the running back. Keeps the legs moving. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. He lets one fly deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum. 4th
down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll take it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. They run the reverse. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football, not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
To the air, it's Warner. He's right on target. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
The Owls have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
How about that from the offense? 2nd and goal. Everything says you might run the football. They try to throw it, and man, was that unsuccessful. Sitting back in the pocket, just throw the football away. Don't take the sack. Don't go backwards, especially inside the 3-yard line. Set up in such good position.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Looking for a man, it's Warner. Starting to feel a little pressure. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
I think you've seen 2 plays back-to-back now with poor pass protection up front. Guys have to do a better job. You've got a golden chance here to put a touchdown on the board. In 2 consecutive plays, they can't protect the QB.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Between the uprights, it's good.
That makes it Rice, 31, Old Dominion, 24.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They'll go to the ground. Fights off a defender. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
The Monarchs are in the hurry-up. Now the play fake. He's taking the shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. They'll try to power their way ahead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great field. Linebackers are making all the calls in their defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They're testing the right side here. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Wide out in motion. Back to throw, it's Warner. Got his man quickly. Tackled immediately after the catch. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Brings up 2nd down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gonna run it. It's Connors. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. He's got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Going up top on 1st down. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They move the chains on the ground. Now another first down. Motion from the offense. back to throw. It's Warner. He's got it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rice.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Using his legs, it's Connors.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Power football with the run. Powers through the defender. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
He'll come out throwing on first down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
The defense is up against it now, man. You're playing on the road. It's a hostile environment. It's late in the game. Someone's got to step up and make a play. Nice job there knocking that one down for the incompletion.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Sweet feet on the move.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. They're bringing heat. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Williams. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
And how about the defense? How big was that stop? Forcing the punt, getting it back to the offense, and all of a sudden, you feel the momentum now on their side.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
They'll try to get the 1st through the air. He's got it. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the 1st down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
The aerial assault continues. Looking for a deep man. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Complete in the middle. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. On the run, it's Young. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
2nd down coming up.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This late in the game, 4th quarter, go time. We got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's 3rd down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and now just 1 point away from a tie.
Number 1.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
This is supposed to be the easiest play in football, except when there's this much pressure. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's caught inside the 25. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And this field goal might not lock the game away, but you'd be able to hear the tumblers clicking. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. They have grabbed the lead in the waning seconds of the game, and they are so close to victory. Took the lead with that late clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get a stop and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. They stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book.